Just gonna have a quick sample on this online. It's just like looks like a very kind of basic available chess computer that you can play against. I don't like playing against chess computers because you don't really stand a chance. So we'll start with Bill easy, then we'll work our way through to Bill Snr, then we'll work through to Beth Hardman or Harmon. I'm assuming it's supposed to be Beth Harmon. But let's make a start with Bill to see how easy this is going to be. I bet you it's still rock hard. Okay, and they've made their move. We're playing as black. Going to bring the knight through and attack the pawn. There's no time factor on this, so we can take as long as we want with our moves. It is veering towards the 4-knight situation, which we're not really happy with at all. But I'm going to bring the knight out in the easy section. And it's, yeah, see, same thing again. This is why we don't like it. I'm going to push this pawn here. And we're going to take. And he's put a check on the king. Let's attack the bishop. And take the knight. Don't need to move that fast. Attack the queen. Take the queen off the board. Push the pawn onto the bishop. Castle queen side. No ho ho. Get the bishop out. Attacking the bishop. Take the bishop. Castle queen side. They've made a bit of a mouse slip there. Okay. Right, we could look to double up, but it's going to end up looking like it's going to be a bit of a draw, actually. It's not that easy. I'm going to double again. Okay, so they've allowed us to own the space. Ordinarily, you'd think that they would come and attack here with the rooks. But it's still not clear. The knight's not doing much, but we're not doing much either. And we can't get around the back. Could come down and attack the pawn, but he is protecting with the rook. What really can be done? Take a breather. Maybe the knight comes here. But I don't think there's any point doing that because he'll just attack us again. Here. Here. No. Let's see. Even the easy level, and they gave us all these opportunities as well, which we probably didn't take, but there were simple opportunities that they could have got the rooks off the board, etc., placement of the bishops, that type of thing. But yet, we still haven't got a clear way in. So I think, anyway. Is it a push, 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 push pawn thing? I don't really know. He can block us as well with his knight. I'm going to just bring this pawn here. Okay, just moving the king. He's still got his knight there. So we can't do rook, rook. Let's hit the knight. Do rook, rook. That's a win. Okay, yeah, so you could see how it was basically allowing us to gain the better positions. I think it would have slowly started to gather momentum if you didn't take those opportunities. But yeah, you can see the strength and you can see the obvious nature of them letting you win. So we will go in for a new game. So we'll try Bill Snr now, medium. So they've got them looking nice and elderly, mature. So they like to take their time, pacing the moves. It's going to be maybe a stonewall looking thing, we think. Well, we'll see. Let's push. Get the knight out. Let's hit the pawn in the center, see if we can obliterate it. Oh, they are going for it. So we will take and just develop the knight supporting the pawn and take the knight off the board, but they want us to take the knight off the board. I'm going to bring the bishop here, x-raying through just to develop another piece. I'm going to take, so we get a pawn. Oh, we're not getting a pawn. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But his bishop, his queen will be x-rayed through with the bishop, won't it? Remove the knight. We get the queen with a check on. And then take here. And slow our game down. We gained a massive advantage there. Bishop could put a check on, it could just drop though. This pawn's got one piece protecting, so if we bring the knight back here, then we can put two pieces on there. Now they're starting to see stuff, so we could bring the knight here attacking this pawn. Maybe they're not going to give us any more freebies. Smaller piece attacking the higher piece. They have gone back and defended, so they are seeing stuff, but this bishop is under threat. We'll put two knights on there, but that would just focus. That's no point in doing that. Slow the brain. Bishop could come here and attack the pawn just to develop the piece and lock in here. I think we'll go with that. The rook is down. Has it landed on anything? We were looking to lock in here anyway, weren't we? Although locking in there is not going to be that good, is it? Because he just drops the pawn. Suppose we can go here. Rook comes to attack us. Yeah, maybe that's not good. So why don't we just attack the rook? Or maybe we can just simply defend the pawn, can't we? What else is he doing with the rook? Let's just defend the pawn. Rook in the centre of the board has no place, so we could bring the knight here, but he's attacking another pawn. May as well castle now. And at this point we'll get the rook off the board, it looks like, unless of course I'm missing something. Put a check on the king, get the rook. King is going into the corner. Any movements? That square bishop. Let's move the knight. Do we need to move the knight? Checks on the king, checks first, that type of situation. Not really. We could go there, but the knight, rook is there. I'm going to hit the rook to try and get it off of there, so if we can try and get to here. We can't do arrows. No, he's not staying, he's not going off there. If we move the knight, attack the rook again, I can go here again, can't it? Attack the rook again. He's not doing any of that, so we will take the rook off the board now. So it's looking pretty straightforward now for us. He's not taking the knight. Let's bring the rook here and put a check on the king. Put a check on the king again with the knight. Put a check on the king with the bishop. Take the pawn with a check from the rook. Hit the bishop. Gotta be careful, man. No stalemates. No, it's not stalemate, is it? It's on the knight. Don't really want to give a piece up for free, do we? So I'm going to just put a check on the king. Take the bishop off the board. You know, it'd be funny if there's a stalemate, but he's got all these pawns I can move. So let's just get the queen. It's on a dark square, isn't it? No, it's on a white square. Get the queen up. He's running. Just take with the check. And then go for, must be a mate. Alright, okay, that felt simpler than the easier one, maybe? Maybe it's because they got a little bit arty with themselves and gave us an opportunity to take advantage of their pieces. And so it looks like we're going in to play Beth Harmon. I don't think we're going to last as we did in these ones here. I think that one's going to be an extremely strong one. Okay, so let's go in and face Beth. Hard level. I bet you any money this one is just extremely hard. A massive variance from the other two. Okay, bishop's out. Already attacking this guy. I don't like that when they get the knight out here and then they do like a reverse fried liver, you know, on the queen. I'm going to push the pawn just to stop that. Get the knight out. Get our bishop out. Take the bishop off the board. Could really be getting the knight out as well. I'm going to attack the bishop. Don't think they'll take. I think, oh, Shabbat, let's take. Let's castle. Going a bit crazy here. They just moved. They must have moved. What did they move? Pawn? Did we get the knight out? These small pawn moves, man. Just takes. I think it's open. She's opening up space around our king area. The knight's coming attacking. Oh, come on, some slack. Just take. Just take. Always tempting to go for the B pawn, but I'm not a pawn grabbing type person. I think I'll lose tempo just going for that. So what have they got? They've got a knight that can jump here, and the queen's pressuring here. So can we just push the pawn and just stop that? Now the knight's moved. 3 pieces on there, so I think it's going to be pushing. She's going to be pushing this pawn. What do I have? Attacking this pawn. Isolates this pawn a little bit. Yeah, we push, takes, queen takes. Queen's protecting the pawn. And the knight's protecting for a brief moment. I think we should keep that pawn structure, you know. Tempting to just get some activity going and trying to blast the center up and push. Doesn't have to take though. If we do move, then the knight does have the power to come and attack the queen, giving us something to think about. We come across here to attack it, well, defend the pawn. That's the bad side to that. So I'm going to push this just in case we have... Oh man, they're moving the queen. They're coming into my den. They're in my den. Can we push still? No. A lot of movements that don't look like they're doing much. which is good, I think, because we're playing the hardest bot here. Wonder if they'll take a draw. There's no draw offers either, is there? Rules about options. What's this options thing? Options for chess multiple. No. You have to play it through. Still eyeing this up. It takes. Maybe pushing this. They've struck first. I think we should have done this pawn move. I think we should have done that. Damn. Damn it, damn it. Takes me attack, giving them a bit of strength. They've got a centre pawn. Protected by the queen. Gonna have to move the queen somewhere or take the knight. Getting close to my king area. We're not a fan of that. Where was I here? There's no clear way in at all, is there? Let's see if there's swinging across here. Come around the back, put a check on the king. Nah, waste of time. Waste of time. Queen here. Knight's gonna have no protection. Further away from my king, I feel it's a bit too dangerous. I've gone for an exchange. They're not going to play this out to a draw. I can't beat a computer with an end game like this with knights. I'm a knight man, and the black knight man is my thing. But I don't think I can beat a computer with just knights. Boom. Scary times, scary times. Active knight. This knight is coming here, is getting this pawn off. Oh, you gotta be joking me. Gotta be joking me. So eager to get the king up here, but he's just going to push the pawn. No! Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry. Oh, this is why I don't like playing computers. Oh, come on. I should have took my time there. I may have had some sort of advantage, but oh, damn knight. I can't do anything. EV. Just gonna come back for the pawns down here. Oh, you serious? Seriously, man? Not right. Not right. Well, it is right because it's a computer, isn't it? Look at the position of the knight, just blocking that beautiful square for me to come for this pawn and get that check on his king. Scandalous. Scandalous. Making it look like it's going to be a draw now, just moving the king, but yeah, this is not good. I have to move back or I have to move the knight. And this pawn is ramping home. I need to get to here to get this pawn off. And that's like 50 million moves, isn't it? That's one there or one here. Yeah, he's just blocking it off. Just blocking it off so I can't get to here to get to there. This is not cricket, dude. We'd have to come here. He's just blocking it off. This ain't right. This is not right. Well, I'm calling it a draw then. It's not going to flag up a draw. Yeah, I'll take that as a draw because he's just moving backwards and forwards. That must have been a threefold repetition, mustn't it? Even though they've got two pawns. They've not made any extra move. If they don't do a different move after this one, then I'll definitely just turn it off. And yeah, they haven't done. Excellent. Well, that was a bit scary, this last one. This last one was really strong, hard level. But they do have two pawns. I don't think it doesn't look like a draw to me. I wonder if I can replicate the game and then put it on Lee Chess's analysis, because that to me is not a draw. So we replicated the end position, and as you can see, it's 6.2 plus for white. Really, the king can move and come and support the pawns, and at the end of the day, our king is not going to be fast enough to come down and support the pawns. The king is going to eventually just take our pawns off the board with the support of their knight, and we will end up in an unfavourable position, leading towards an endgame that we can't defend against. So this is Beth Hardman, the Merciful. It's the most merciful engine bot I've ever played, because they would never give up a position like this, just moving the knight around and going for the drawn position. Okay, another 5-10. See what we've got in store in preparation for the 2025. Another fried liver attempt. You wouldn't expect that from such rated players. Doesn't look like they're going for it. Fair enough. It's castle. They're moving very fast. Just move the pawn. Make some space for the bishop. Let's take. Wow, they're not giving much thought to these, are they? Just blang, blang, blang. Let's get this out here. Take. Oh, I like the style, just whipping stuff off the board. Less pieces, less things to think about. Jumps right here. Oh, didn't do it. Take it off the board. Get a bit of a... Okay, fair enough. Oh, steady on, steady on. Bit of a situation. Queen. Pawn. Queen. Thought they were going to take the pawn here. They're moving that quick. There's not much thought being put in. There would have been a pawn up there. And let's just see if we can own the only open file at the minute. Probably not for long because they're just going to exchange. They're just taking pieces off the board out. Well, there's not much to do in this game, is there? Let's go here. Looks like it should be a draw to me. What's that all about? We do this. And his rook comes to attack, we take the pawn. It does come to attack as well. But he does get this pawn. If we go and take this pawn, he comes down, puts a check on us. I suppose, no, he doesn't really, does he? Let's take. He has to come back to that spot. I thought I was going to come put a check, then we could come up here and stop it from being in that square. It's not worked out like that. Just attack this pawn then. Take and defend the pawn. Push. Puts a check on to come round the back for the pawn. No, not yet. Let's go here. They resigned. Oh, they resigned. Okay, interesting match. Going to the next one. Okay, we're off. 5-minute, 10-second game. Preparing to transfer into the 2025 era. Just push this pawn in the center, see if we can get these pawns out of the way. Let's just capture. Obliterate the center if we can. They've got 2 pawns in the center. Now we want to mobilize and attack the king. We just take whichever blocks it. Yep, just going to take. I suppose it's giving them more pawns in the center, but it's making them do things they don't really want to do. So I'm going to develop the knight. Shall we castle? Let's castle. Moving pretty swiftly, nice and smoothly, rhythmic. Get the queen off the back. Okay, that was a bit quick. So if they're expecting either this gives us that, or this, which gives them the knight coming here. Let's bring the bishop here. still maintaining the x-ray through, and here we go. So they've obviously seen this many times before, the speed at which they're moving. And the knight is down. In my heart of hearts, I'm thinking, I'm not sure if that loses them tempo, because they could have just gone on castle. Not much of a castle structure. Not much of a castle structure on the other side as well. So what is this knight realistically doing? Doesn't look like it's attacking anything. Really? Is it just making space for the bishop to come here and attack the knight? Not sure. I have questions. So I'm going to bring the knight here. I do think they'll take with the knight because this pawn's got no protection. Excuse me. So the bishop actually comes to attack the knight. So we can take the knight, and it looks like it would be for free. Are we falling for anything? I'm going to take the knight. Attacking the bishop. Pawn's protected by the queen. So I was a bit quizzical about that knight move. And we can take the bishop off the board, so we've taken 2 pieces off, but obviously they take back with the queen. What I hate more than anything is falling into a trap where you feel, yeah, you gathered a piece, but then they're getting it back somehow. I'm going to take the bishop off the board with the knight. And then we're going to x-ray through, and we'll get their rook off the board because the bishop can come here and attack the rook. So before we do that, is there any fancy manoeuvres of getting a check on their king? There isn't, so I won't delay that. Let's take, it's a higher piece. This pawn doesn't have any protection on, so we can look to take this pawn off the board. Not brilliant position, but getting the knight here, I suppose we can go and attack the queen. Bring the queen here. I think we're going to follow that line and just simply attack the queen. Doesn't have to exchange at all. It's not a meaty position. Alright, so this poor knight needs to really get in the game, but he's opposite our king. Might cause us some problem, but I think they'll just push the pawn. We can push our pawn up. They're not going for that just yet, so we can continue with the knight coming here, attacking the bishop. We can look to trade down. They have trapped the bishop in. Is there anything fancy like the knight attacking the rook? Knight attacking the rook, rook just comes back. If the rook takes, the queen can put a check on, but the rook can just come back. Like I say, it don't look that clear. I think we'll trade down. We will put the check on the king. It does come back. So we can come here attacking this pawn. Be mindful. Push. Pushes. Queen. Queen is looking for an ideal position of getting to here to here. So we push, he jumps down, looking for the mate position. Have to be careful of that. Are we going to be too late to the party? He comes down. Suppose we can bring our queen here just to stop that off. Yep, they are going for it. So let's bring the queen here to stop that off. Not going for any exchanges. Is there anything nice for us? And he's attacking the pawn here. So they are a little bit awake, aren't they? I'm going to bring the rook here, just supporting the pawn. Now I'm just playing defense nanny. I don't want to go too crazy just because we've got an extra piece. The opponent obviously knows the attack patterns, so we've got to try and block off as many attempts as possible and try and get these rooks into. There's no open files for the rooks, and that's their power base. King's moved over. Oops, can't do that. Can't do arrows. Any way of getting their queen? No, 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 no. Queen could come here. Or just push this pawn. Just attack this pawn. Let it open that up. What's the time like? 5 minutes, that's okay. Goes on the doors. Bring this rook defending the pawn, then get this rook up. Pawn just hits it though and we can't get the queen. Just move the pawn, I suppose. Can't see a way to get to their king at the moment. If he gets himself, we can get a check on if he moves his queen. Danger spot is this pawn. Need to probably look to try and get rid of it. Could come across here actually with the queen. But attacking a pawn, does it weaken anything? Rook's protecting here. I think we could come across and attack the pawn. No clear way to the king with the rooks. Supporting the pawn here. We can go and attack this pawn. I think we'll do that. We'll attack this pawn. Anything more interesting than that? Nope, nope. I can't see it. No, let's just attack this pawn. Try and take away the sting from the queen getting... Can't do arrows. Still going for it. Can't do the arrows, dude. Still going for it there, so they're potentially looking for a draw, but also they're actually protecting the pawn as well. So if we forget about it, then we would let them get here, and we can't stop the checkmate then. That's very clever. Let's attack the queen again. Looks like we're going to have to try and find a different way now and utilize it. Whoa! Where is he going? Attacking the rook, which has no protection on. He's no longer hitting this pawn. Rook can come up and attack. Queen can come down. It's just going to go backwards and forwards, isn't it? No way of getting to that damn king. Bring the rook here. Give the king some company. Teamwork, hopefully. They're using the power of this pawn. Trying to get around the back and squish, squish. Move the king, we can put a check on. Goes backwards and forwards. Attack the pawn this time. I suppose you can go all the way here, can't you? Move the king, and we can put the check on the king now. Get a pawn off, but I'm not a pawn grabber. I want to get the king. We put a check on. Comes forward. I don't think it's going back there. Yep. Hit the king, hit the queen. Queen comes down for rook. Or maybe not, maybe it goes there, stopping the rook from coming here. And also facing off again for this attack. Take the pawn. Does it give me anything at all? I mean, the rook has got no protection. There's no way of getting that. We come here. Or in fact, we just come here, hit the king. It goes back again though. So hit the rook for now. Queen's got the magic square. But no, not today. Thank you very much. That'll work quite nicely. Thank you. Snapping up pawns though. It looks mad. Drop down. Takes. Take. Takes. Take. Do we think they're just going to let the time run out? That would be bad sportsmanship. Excellent. So always got to be careful. Take that into 2025. Watch the blind spots. Take care of your pieces. Get them working together as a team. And just make sure basically you're watching what the opponent's attempting to do. Blocking it off as best possible. But don't forget about your game of chess too. What can you do in the game of chess? Okay, we're on the final stretch of reaching 2025. So this session really is just trying to consolidate as best possible the lessons that we've learned and just have a bit of a relax and chill. I'm going to take this pawn here. Let's see in the new year in style. Tempting, does he take? No, let's just keep on taking them. Doesn't want to give the queen up. That, I'm hoping it's cost them position on the board. Keep on taking. Just keep on taking. I think we'll go here. Yeah. Going castling. We go castling, then we'll castle, because our castle is a little bit mashed at the minute. Don't think we'll have time to queenside castle, but you never know. Jump this knight here just to give them something to think about, whilst we maybe contemplate castling queenside. Because he's all this type of stuff, and I think it might be a bit unsafe for us. Let's take this off the board. Wanted to make space for his bishop. Feel happy pushing the pawn up. It's just he's just going to push past. It is isolated anyway. Let's go with that. It's attacking the pawn twice. Oh, bit clever, isn't it? Oh, don't you feel sick? He's getting the pawn back. Don't you feel sick when stuff like that happens? You just don't see it. Let's attack the knight. Oof. It looks like we're not castling queenside now. Get the queen here, attacking the knight. But his rook can come and attack us because the queen is defending. Attacking our queen with the rook. We'll have an X-ray through to the king. Bring the queen here. It's attacking the queen again. Queen can take a pawn, but he's going to get taken by their queen, which is stealthily on the edge. Can't take this because the rook is going to take. Bishop can take the knight off the board. Does develop their rook for them. But take it off the board anyway. Probably looking for a queen exchange now. Bringing the queen across here. Oh, I feel very tired. Not quite. Let's attack the rook. Angle towards our king, but it's blocked at the minute. think he's looking to be fierce with something. I don't really know what the queen move was. Maybe protecting the pawn. I don't know. Move the rook off of the line. Oh, he's actually defending the rook, so he's following his own little pattern. So we'll take here with the check on the king. Queen takes, then we get this rook for free. Got to check on our king. Is it a repetition? Let's move the king. Hit their queen. And maybe a checkmate, but I think they'll go here. Be a checkmate anyway. I missed an opportunity. I could have just gone there. Yeah. I didn't even have to do the rook move. Oh my days, I'm too tired. I'm too tired. Oh, missed opportunities. Look, he's now escaping. Oh, dear me. Okay. Nice-ish game.